Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Alps Panorama at the Northern Sea here in Farming Simulator 19. Soybeans again gives those two a much bigger boost up there. I'm thinking we get rid of the corn out of here, because I've already got 2 corn in there, and if I have 2 fields doing that, I think we've got more corn than we need, and really I only want that for the pigs. I don't want that necessarily as a crop for profit. Maybe we... No. Let's leave it. Let's not second guess ourselves too much. Let's leave it in there. We go back this way a bit. We got soybeans, sunflowers. No, because that kills the sunflower yield. Then oats are really low directly following, but then so's any cereal going to be following that. Barley. And I'm not doing cotton, so we're not doing 2 oil seeds in a row. It does look like soybeans is the answer on this particular one. Soybeans being the answer there, it's going to give those at 1.2. So we get some particularly good yields on those. So we'll go with that. Well, there's another crop rotation that we're going to be using. So we just got to make sure that we see each field and plan out which ones we're using. Field 4 is going to be corn. I'll do one with sunflowers this year. I don't know which one it's going to be, but we'll do one with sunflowers. And we will do the big field up there with canola, and then we'll do one with barley. So we've got 4 fields that we want to plant. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we've got 4 separate crops. That one's going to be canola. That one there is going to be corn again. That's going to be the 2nd year running. This one over here, as that one's going to be canola, we'll do this one as barley, because that's the same header. And then this one will be sunflowers, because that's the same header as that one over there, I think. And they come ripe at around about the same time. So that should be fairly simple for us to do. We'll see if we can get another combine at some point as well. All we've got to do is get that lot planted. Get it all planted, get it fertilized, and everything like that. So let's go into here, and I want to go next to corn. I could probably get away with selling 2 trailer loads of this stuff. I could probably get away with that. And that's going to get us our money reserves. I mean, yes, every time we need to put water in for the cows, we're going to go bankrupt. But at least we are able to give water to the cows. I feel that is one positive out of all of this. You know, let's be grateful that we're at least able to do that, I suppose. Where am I taking this? Where are we going? 1296. Let's go to you. 13330. Grain mill. That's where I want to go. That's still going up. 1330. 1330 or 12. Yeah, that is all 12. Alright, let's fast forward time a little bit more. I'm just going to keep half an eye on that and see how much higher it's going to get. It's not. That's as high as it's going to go. 1331 at the grain mill. So I want to go to the grain mill, which is that one over there. Now, do I have a track ready for that one? Go, where's my saved tracks? Here. For tip. Tip. I think it was just a temporary one that I had, and I've gotten rid of it. Yeah, it was just a temporary one, so we don't have one saved. So I'll drive. We'll drive it. We'll do this manually rather than try to make another course. I will do this manually. I will drive over, and we will... It might have been tip. I don't think it was tip, though. We will drive over. We will sell this load of corn at the grain mill, and then we will come back. Possibly we will get another load as well, and we will sell it, because the price is pretty good, and I think that we can spare 2 loads. We're going to be planting another field of corn this year anyway. That's going to all be sunflowers on our right-hand side now, which is going to be a cash crop for the most part. We should have enough oil seed. Well, we can always keep a little bit of the sunflowers back for the pigs, and then most of it will end up being cash crop that we will make a fortune out of. So overall, I think that's a pretty good thing. The question I've got at the moment is, I'm trying to sort of decide for myself, is do I want to plough up another new field and have more crop being grown this year or not. I don't think I will. I want to concentrate on getting some more implements here. We've got tractors. I've got plenty of tractors at the moment, but if I can get a few more implements here as well, that would be really good, because then we can get a few courses running and we can have all the planting being done all at the same time. And like the jobs should be able to get done a lot faster. I'd like to buy another combine as well. And I'm seriously considering selling the Lexian combine, because the really, really long spout on it does make life a little bit difficult for some of the tasks. Although, I was going to try this year parking the vehicle on the side of the field and then have the combine run over to it and empty out. Having a second one, the same, would be a lot easier, because it's, you know, if you've got two identical combines, you're not going to have to use two separate courses to do it, are you? You're not using two different courses, you're using the same course all the way through, nice and easy, without any complications whatsoever. And I would prefer to do that if I can. There we go. We are in profit. We've got 5,000 euros right now. And that's going to last right until we need to actually give our cows some more water, because they seem to think that the stuff grows on trees or something. I do need to give them a bit... I need to give them more water. They will probably... They'll be alright till tomorrow, but another trailer load of this going in probably wouldn't hurt the cows. And I want to get some more water running into them as well. I might leave the water for a bit. Might leave. Yeah, I might leave the water until... I want to get some other stuff going. I could at least start doing the fertilizer spreading, couldn't I? We've got... I think I've even got courses saved for the fertilizer spreading right now. Bring that down. I mean, the small fields, I don't need to have anything saved for the fertilizer spreading. So we'll get this back to the yard. Then we will jump into our case tractor with the fertilizer spreader, and we will see what we can do with that one. We've got fertilizer over all of our fields at the moment. We put slurry on them. I'm not going to be able to do anything else with that at the minute. I think even when I come to do the planting, it won't, like, allow... Like, if I've got fertilizer and planting happening at the same time, it behaves a little bit weirdly. Sometimes it will accept the fertilizer and sometimes it won't, I've noticed, with seasons. Like on the time-lapse series, I try to plant, put fertilizer over on the stubble, and then I go through with fertilizer and seed in a drill, and it won't take the fertilizer. The fertilizer goes on the field, but it doesn't actually do anything. It's completely ineffective. So I'm wondering if that's going to have happened on here, if the fertilizer is not going to actually be any use when we come to do the planting. If that's the case, then that's the case. There's not a lot that I can do about it. We'll just have to leave it and hope that things will sort themselves out at some point. I'm going to go around this way. I'll set this one loading again, and then we will jump into our case tractor with the fertilizer spreader, and we'll go to the grass fields, and we will get a little bit of fertilizer put onto the grass fields. That at least will be a start. There, I've got 106,000, so I've got enough to be able to do that. So then I can go... Wait, which one? No, not you. Nope. Challenger, Lizard. There we go. That's the one that I want. I'll load you up as well. We're going to hose this one off. And I'm just going to... I don't need to repair the tractor, but I am going to just make sure that the fertilizer spreader doesn't need any repair work before we start. Go to there. I can repair the tractor as well while we're at it. No, it doesn't. Nine euros worth of damage done to that one so far. Or maintenance required, anyway, not damage as such. You've still got slurry load 6 on here. Still got that course loaded, so I'm going to get rid of that course. There. Run round here and just hose everything off. So we've got a nice clean track. I should have done this before winter, really. Right, or at least when I finish with the tractor. That's the time to do it. Not leave it sat, caked in slurry all winter. Because slurry is quite acidic. For those of you who didn't know, slurry is actually quite acidic. You should clean it off pretty quickly. It will eat into a tractor really fast. Scraper tractors up and down the country, the ones that are used for cleaning out the yards regularly, all have one thing in common. Large holes all over them where rust has set in, because the slurry eats away at scraper tractors. That's why scraper tractors are normally the old little tractors that got no use anywhere else. Farmers very often don't put a lot of TLC into a scraper tractor, and it just tends to get rusty and rustier and rustier and just get forgotten about until it falls apart. And then every now and then they'll weld together a few sheets and patch it up a bit. It's generally the fate of the poor scraper tractor. It doesn't have much of a wonderful life, really. Right, field 3 fertilizer should be this one, which is the big field. The other fields, I'm going to manually do this a minute. I'm going to because it's not going to take long to do this, is it? Because let's be honest, this is a big spreader. Does do an awful lot all in one go. I don't think, though... Oh, yes, it is. Right. It is able to be spread. I was wondering if it wouldn't be able to be spread, but it is able to be spread. So we can very quickly go and do this. I mean, I could actually set Courseplay doing this one as well, I've no doubt. But I don't want to. I want to just quickly do it. If I do this, it's quicker if I do it myself. That's all. I'm just thinking it's quicker if I do it myself. If you want something done right, then you gotta do it yourself. I'm sure some of you have heard that before. So that's what I'm going to do here. I know that Courseplay is, you know, we're starting to get the hang of it in places. I'm not quite up to giving masterclass lessons just yet, but I'm starting to slowly get the hang of the basics. But yeah, with little tiny fiddly fields like this, I'm just not sure it's worth bothering with. Right, so I will do the tiny fiddly field myself. Then we can worry about the bigger fish. We can worry about... we'll set field 3. That one, I will load the course, and I will leave it go. And then while it's doing field 3, we will run off and we will sell another load of corn. So that's going to net us a little bit more cash coming in. We'll have around about 60,000 euros once we've done that. Most of which we will spend on water for the cows tomorrow. But I'm also hoping that we can get some seed. If we can get a little bit of seed, maybe I'll just have a trailer and I'll buy a trailer load of seed or something. Wondering if that might be a good idea. I was lagging out a little bit there. If I was to buy a trailer load of seed, I could park that up somewhere, and then we're not going to have to worry about having to buy more seed. I could do the same with fertilizer, because I've got the seed drills and the fertilizer spreaders and everything. I can just load it up from that, and it will have already been purchased. Might be a good idea. Something for me to consider, if I can't come up with a solution with this whole water problem. Animal pen extension. It is that. I know it's that. So I will. But if I wait and get comments and feedback, then I'm probably. It's going to be quite a while. We'll probably have bankrupted ourselves by that, because I am a little ways ahead on things at the moment. Being said, feel free to put solutions into the comment section down there. I will read them, and you know, maybe by the time you put the solutions in, I will have already found an alternative solution. Maybe I won't have. Maybe I will actually need to have follow some of your advice. It might be that there is no solution. It might just be that we do need to pay out this level of money for the privilege of being able to give our cows water. Some people do. Some people do actually have water bills that run to the hundreds of thousands every year. I mean, yes, at the rate that our cows are consuming water, we're probably going to be running into close to 1 million a year. But you get the idea. I'm leaving a little bit too much of a wide patch there on that side. Not hugely, but there was a little bit of a wide patch there. I don't want to leave too much. Right. Around that way. And then around there again. Yeah, a little tiny strip up the side of the field, I think, that I've left. But I'm going to choose to ignore it and pretend that that hasn't happened. And you're all going to do the same. You're all going to pretend that that didn't happen. That there is no missed patch over here. Right. There. Okay, right. Now, we'll stop. We'll go to here. We will go to field 3 fertilizer, and we will load that one. There it is. Like that. And just want to move that a minute. Where did I start this course? It's over there. Right, I will start the course at the first waypoint, like that. This one here is just a driving to, so I'm going to switch it over there to the fertilize thing, like that. So it's on the right selection. I hope it is. And I'm going to say drive course. Let's see if it actually works. Tractor is heading over there. We will go into the options in here a minute. We'll go into those options. Okay, we will go into those options. Reversing speed 6, turn speed 10. I'll put that to 12k. Field speed 20k. I've said 24k on there, so that's all right. And then reversing speed, I'll put that up to 8. Apparently, it's not a good idea to have the turn speeds, reversing speeds, and that too high. It can cause a few problems. So we'll leave it as it is. 12 for turning the corner, I think, is actually going to be all right. It doesn't look like that's going to cause us any problems. Right, we will leave you going, and then we will jump over to this one, who's ready and raring to go. And we will run this one off and we will sell so that we can get a little bit more cash. And then with that cash, I need to buy, most importantly, I need to buy a milk tanker. Any kind of milk tanker, but preferably a big one. And then we can start selling milk. And that's going to be a thing. We're going to have to do like a daily run. Maybe not daily, maybe every other day. But we're going to have to start doing regular runs, selling milk for whichever place is offering the most money for milk. That goes without saying. And running that, yeah, at least it's going to be an income for us. There's going to be more money coming in, and the cows are going to start paying for themselves. Then we've also got the cows with, you know, the young stock. We'll start doing something with them. Now, the reason I bought the great big pen, the 450 capacity, was so that I could, in theory, keep all of the young stock in the same pen that they're in right now. The idea being that, given a bit of time, I will probably keep most of the females. We will only fatten up and sell the males. And the females will, 1, replace some of the older animals that we have, and 2, will expand the herd a little bit as well. So as we expand the herd more and more, we're going to be looking to expand into a second pen. And I'd like to keep something like 250 cows in each pen, and then we've got room for 200 followers, which we'll be able to fatten up. And now, normal with cows in real life, 30 months. You sell them, I think it's 30 months. It's not 36 months. No, it's 30 months. So 2.5 years. So, you know, it wouldn't be unusual to keep a cow for, well, that's around 30 months is when you sell the animal. Now, that being said, you know, keep them for the 30 months. I don't necessarily think that we'll be doing that in this game. I think it would be more likely that we would keep them for a year. So we could just keep them for 12 months and then we'll sell them. We will have to have a look and see how well they fatten up, see what kind of level of money we get from them. While that one's just dropping down, I want to have a look in here under animals. There we go. And that one is 68,000. That's the one that I'd really like, but it's a bit out of our price range at the moment. I've got an IT runner one there. And then I've got the one here by Stevie. That one's only 50,000, and I'm guessing this one will come with a enlarged capacity. Right, standard is 32,000, large capacity is 64,000. That's actually pretty good. Because the standard capacity one over here, you got a little one there, there's 8,000, and that one is 32,000. So we get slightly cheaper, and we get extension on it as well, so it takes 64,000 litres of liquid. That I like. That does make, that's a good mod to have. You know, we go big or go home. I'm not doing it obscenely stupid. It's just doubling the capacity, so yeah. It's just saving us a little bit of time for ferrying backwards and forwards. That's a good mod to have, I think. We'll use that one. Let's bring this one down here. And yeah, being 50,000 euros means that we are able to afford it. I know I can probably get some more loans still, but I'd like to avoid getting too much more loan if I can. I'm not going to be fanatical about it. I'm absolutely not going to be fanatical about it because I'd rather have the machinery and keep things going than I would stick with not getting any more loan. So if it means if I do need to get more loan in order to be able to keep things moving along, then that's what I will do. I'm thinking along the lines of for when it comes to buying up to starting the planting, which will probably be tomorrow. Actually, we skip the night. It will probably be tomorrow that we want to do that. Let's get this one back to the yard a minute and get it parked up, and then as soon as I've done that, we can. Yeah, we're not selling anymore now. I've got enough now. We'll go and buy this new milk tanker. Now, at the moment, we've only got 7,000 litres of milk. So it may seem, it's a little bit daft to go and buy a huge, great big tanker. That quantity of milk that we've got right now is very, very quickly going to expand. We're very quickly going to be getting a lot more milk turning up. Because the cows are calving, right? They're all calving, and they will start to calve at a faster and faster. I really like that wall around that tree. I've worked in... There's two places, actually, I've worked that had a thing like that. One of them, it was perched right up on top of the... There was this... It was a hedgerow. And the tree... It's actually... I'll tell you what. It was both places that I've worked. It was a hedgerow. And this huge, great big oak tree used to grow on top of the hedgerow. One of them... The hedgerow was kind of like on a corner, and the hedge had been built around the oak, but then the oak had sort of gone up through it, so it ended up sort of being on top. Yeah, it's kind of difficult to explain. It was kind of on top, but down at the bottom of the hedgerow at the same time. The hedge was, there was a big wall that was built around it, but it was all hedgerow, and it had gone right up, and it had been there for like 200 years at that point. And originally, there was no wall around it at all. The wall had been built round, and then it had just kind of, the tree had been established. Sometimes if you build a wall up against the trunk of a tree, it will kill the tree. This didn't. The tree thrived. The other one, the tree was actually on top of the hedgerow, and so they built a bigger hedgerow further out and left it perched right up on top of this thing. And so it was just kind of on top of this mound of dirt, with a big wall around it, and then they expanded their yard quite considerably, and this tree, instead of being on the edge of the yard, like that there, it ended up being right slap bang in the middle of it, like we've got down over there. So it was stuck on top of this huge, great big pillar, and this tree was just up there. It was really cool to look at. Little bit unsteady. They were always worried it was going to flop over at some point. It didn't, well, as far as I know, it hasn't. I mean, I haven't spoken to them for several years, but that's the sort of thing that I would have eventually heard about on the grapevine, I think. The other one was sort of more deeply embedded, but had the wall around it. That's still there. I know that one's still there. Right, we want an extension on here. That's going to take us up to 51,000. The wheel setup can be standard or wide tyres. We're going with standard wheels on this one because it's only going to be for road work. We're not planning to drag that across the fields. So we will go with 51,000 right there, and we will buy that back. Oh, wait a minute. No. Rim colour. We can go with hot pink if we want to. I can go with hot pink right there. Main colour right here is chrome. Stainless steel. No. So I can have shiny chrome, or I can have black like that. Chrome is reflective. That's why it looks black in here, because the environment is black. But it's actually the shiny reflective. So I don't know if I want chrome. And the milk tankers that I see driving around me are... That's not white. Okay, that's definitely not coming through white. Beige. I see some that colour, but no, they're actually they're proper white. Wow. Okay, it's all coming in metallic colours. I just got a gold cylinder right here. Let's all right. Let's we're going for gold. We're going for gold on here. I need that's got to be that's more. All right, there we go. We got a gold milk tanker. That is fantastic. A gold milk tanker. Right, we're definitely having a gold milk tanker this time. Yes, 52,300. It was worth spending the extra for the very first ever gold-plated... Look at that! The gold torpedo that we're going to be using for doing all our work. It's fantastic. This is absolutely awesome. I bring that one back round like that. And I'm just going to hook it on. I want to go and check the tractor a minute. The fertilizer. There. Gold milk tanker. That is actually gold. Right, we've got a gold torpedo that is going to be selling our milk. That is amazing. I love it. Genuinely love it. Let's go and have a look. How are you doing? You are whizzing down across the field on your final pass. And you appear to have done a reasonable job as well. Well, colour me impressed. Look at that. It's actually done what it's supposed to have... everything that it's supposed to have done. It's been a good boy. I don't think I'll bother with that little bit of grass that we've got over there where I've got those headers parked up. They seem to be doing all right. Now that they're away from everything else, they seem to be doing all right over there. This one, let's just leave him to finish off. He's going to come out and he's going to say he's finished in just a second. But I'm going to go back to the gold torpedo. There, quad track 620, number 1, has reached trigger endpoint. This one here, we're going to run back over to the farm and we're going to get some milk loaded up and we're going to see if we can sell some. So I've got just under 10,000 euros left. With that 10,000 euros that I've got left... Oh, wait, no, there was another thing that I wanted to do near the cows and I completely forgot about it. And I could do it now. I could actually do that because I wanted to do it down over here. Right over onto this end. Right? And this is going to require some careful landscaping, this is. Because what I wanted to do was I actually wanted to raise the level of this up to the road so it goes above this bit here. But I don't know if this is going to work. So this is definitely something that we're going to... It's trial and error. So I'm going to lift it like that. There. Now... I can do that. And then what I can do is I can press both mouse buttons together. And that will give it that automatic height. Right? So I'm just auto pushing it to that height right there. Right, I'm not going to go any further for a minute. I'm going to change back to this one. And we're going to tab through... What was I using for here? This was the white concrete, wasn't it? Yes. So I'm using white concrete here on this edge. Like that. So I want to paint this first to get this to the right colours. And then I want something that's going to match that colour there. So we're going to go through our different ones. I've got that which doesn't really match. Definitely don't want that one. That's stone. That's probably the closest match that we're going to get. I think that is almost definitely the closest match that we're going to get is that kind of concrete there. Not that it really matters out here. I think I want to bring that back up this way. So if I can change that shape there like that. There we go. That's what I need to do. So I want to bring you out a bit bigger and put you there a minute. Go like that. There. Okay. And push that up to there. And then we will change the shape back to this one. And we will press X to change it to this. And then... Well, that's about all we've got time for in today's episode. So we're going to go and take a little bit of a break. We need to chill out on the beach, relax, and build up some strength. So while we're doing that... If you've enjoyed the episode, then could you please head down below and give us a like? And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.